Hello guys, Survivor here. Welcome back to another video. Now, today's video, we're going to be taking a good look at we're going to be looking at a review, or we're going to be reviewing a game, possibly one of my favorite games of all time, Until Dawn. I did say in episode 20 I was going to do a survival review of this, and you damn well know that I was going to do it. Now, I just want to let y'all know that this is taking place weeks, like at least a few weeks after I recorded episode 20. They're like, then why didn't you upload as much as you did like this week? It's because school's been kicking my ass the past few weeks, and thing is the finals slash the exams are coming up, and we're basically doing nothing in some of those classes. To an extent, really, but it's all well and good. Now, with the finals coming up and everything, and we've basically been doing nothing in the classes, I was figuring like, yeah, okay, I'll have enough time to do this and that, and be able to upload this and that. Even though it can be tiring sometimes at school, especially when you're doing nothing because there's a bunch of idiots in your class. But yeah, Until Dawn. What are my thoughts on it? What do I give it? What score I'll give it? Let's break down the entire game for you. Until Dawn is an interactive horror game where you take control of 8 friends who are coming back for to like Blackwood Mountain on a lodge, hanging out for the anniversary of the tragic disappearance. The reason why I put quotations, because we all know what the fuck happened in the prologue. With the disappearance of 2 sisters, of the twin sisters, Hannah and Beth, who are Josh's sisters. Now, now that's basically the concept of the game. But basically, since this is like a story-based game, let's take a good look at the characters. To be honest, I freaking love the characters. I don't get like I know I'm gonna be seeing people in the comments be like, "Oh my God, Mike is like the cliche douche asshole, friggin' funny dude, can do no wrong, cliche character. Jessica is the blonde bimbo, Annalise the bitch, Matt's the black guy that always dies in horror movies." I can see that shit in the comments when it comes to like people that hate Until Dawn, because I can definitely guarantee you there are people that fucking hate it. Okay, now, but I just want to say, Until Dawn is possibly one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm a huge fan of interactive games where your choices actually matter. And this is actually one of the games that your choices do actually matter. But the thing is, it's never really shown. I mean, yeah, it's shown that your choices do matter and everything, but I feel like the game is limited. Now, the game, even super massive, even said that the game should be replayed more than once, hell, more than twice, just so you get like the full all experience of the whole game to see like what actually happens here and there. And I'm pretty damn sure there's over like 2,000 other games where a certain other choice has been made, but all the other choices were the same. You know, it's there's at least like 2,000 other stories of this game, even though the same thing is the same story, but different choices of things that are said and actually done are there, and that's fucking awesome. Like, but but I do have to admit that I don't know if Supermassive actually intended this, but the game does feel limited. This is actually my main gripe with the whole game. I think the only gripe I actually have with it is that the game really feels limited. Okay, now I know there are key concepts, especially in the interview stuff like Dr. Hill in between chapters, that actually can affect the gameplay. Uh, like certain things are there that you find and stuff, which actually which is it affects the gameplay to an extent. It I Again, the game does feel limited. Okay, now with my very first story, again, these past few weeks, I've actually been replaying Until Dawn. Um, I got the Everyone Lived ending. I got the whole Everyone Dies ending. I got the I haven't got one of the Soul Survivor endings. So I'm gonna try and get those, but because I've also been playing other games too. But I think that I do think that I do think that I don't know if again I don't know if this is intentional or not by Supermassive. I think they wanted you to know to think, okay, yes, this game is limited, but if the game sells well, we can actually improve on it. I think that's what they were trying to pull. I think that's what they were trying to pull. Uh, if the game sold well, and surprisingly, it did. Little to nobody was even looking forward to this game. Like there was like a minority of a fan base that was looking forward to it at fucking E3, and and there was very little marketing to the game, and just wow. Like there's that live action freaking trailer for I think that was like shown like during commercials or some shit. I think that was like literally the only commercial I had though. It's despite like the actual trailer to it, but again, very little marketing went to this game, but it sold very well, and I'm glad I picked it up to pick as one of my very first PlayStation 4 games. I plan on getting more PlayStation 4 games, fucking Bloodborne, fucking Persona 5, fucking shit, what the Amnesia games. I'm planning on getting those. Um, but yeah, I freaking love Until Dawn now. With the characters though, I gotta admit, like the characters, I gotta admit, the characters are kind of cliche, but it's only if you do make them and situations between them cliche. I think that that's the charm of the game. You can make it seem like a actual horror movie, like have people, do these dumbass decisions, or just make it, not like that. I think that that's the charm of this game. You can actually have it make sense and have it like an actual horror movie, but it's like your own horror movie. That's the charm of Until Dawn. It's like your own horror movie. You can make it where characters pull dumbass decisions leading to their deaths and making it feel forced, or you can actually do things that are pretty smart and probably make your story Until Dawn and the game well written. That's the charm of this game. It's your own story. It's the story that you want to tell in Until Dawn. I think that is what this game does better than I think like a lot of other. I think thing is I find it better than like some of Telltale's games. Like Telltale games are like the ones that are telling the story despite some of your decisions that actually affected though. But with Until Dawn, it's like it feels like you're really doing the story, like you're telling the story through your gameplay though. It's like you're the one that's making the story. Now I know that everything is scripted and everything's supposed to happen like this and that, but it's like through your decision, it's like you're telling the story because of how many people live and die through the game. And I think that's, again, that's what I think is the charm of it. Um, shit. Sorry about that. I had to go and eat. But Until Dawn. Now, like I said before, the characters, I think they're amazing, and everything else, really. Now, I'm trying not to give anything away to make, but the thing is, now the butterfly effect system. Now, if we're going to be talking about the butterfly effect system, which is basically the main system of the game, we're going to talk about that. The butterfly effect system is when choices that you're making. Now, the game will notify you like you made this decision, and it could possibly affect like how the if the character's gonna die from this decision, or gonna live longer, or how it will affect the experience. And I really love how that does. I really love how the game does it, and it's again. Now, I gotta admit, like I said before, the game does feel limited, but that does not. Just when you guys gotta play this game, if y'all haven't yet, yes, the game will feel limited if you actually replay the game. But I think going back and playing through it for the first time, playing through this game for the first time is a wonderful experience. You will not see anything coming. For the most part anyway, because if you pick up these totems and clues and stuff and kind of piece things together, because it is a mystery for the most part, y'all will figure it out before it happens. But the twist to the game, which is by chapter 8 on what the real threat is and shit, it has to be one of the best twists to a game I think I've ever seen. Because they pull it this threat has been mentioned. It's been kind of seen, kind of thrown at times, and you're kind of wondering what this threat is and everything and all that good stuff. But just I ain't gonna throw away what the twist is, because I don't think they even marketed it on what the threat really is or anything like that. They save that shit up until you get to chapter 8, what this real threat is. It's fucking insane. But all I'm gonna be saying here, guys, that Until Dawn, your first experience with it, is definitely gonna be in your memory for a good long time, because it's one of those games where the first experience is oh my god, holy shit, what the fuck, It's a great game. I fucking love it. Now, I don't want to give away a lot of stuff away, but I just want to say that the strongest points to Until Dawn is its characters and character development and the butterfly effect choices. One of the best ways. It'll definitely affect your experience. The multiple endings depending on who lives and who dies, because the game is marketed I think the only thing the butterfly effect even has is, and they even say on the back, play as each of the 8 friends, all of whom can live or die based on your decisions. See the impact of your choices and the path you've taken with the butterfly effect system. And I feel now it's they're really telling us that the butterfly effect basically mostly is important on characters that are gonna live or die. That's basically they basically just said that on the back of the case, basically. But I do like certain things that you say though can affect a relationship between characters, and it's very well done. Like depending on who lives and who dies, but also your interaction with this character, your interactions with this certain character while you're playing as another character. And you'll actually see the effects of these relationships as the game goes on at teeny tiny key pieces. It's it's pretty good. I love it, you know. Uh, but now, Until Dawn. What do I think of it? Its strongest points are definitely the characters. Some character development here and there, depending on like your choices and stuff. So y'all will definitely see that if you go to like a certain choice, and will definitely show some character development here and there. It'll show a character development no matter what at certain points, but it also depends on your choices as well, which is really nice. Man, the story, like, yes, it's pretty predictable at times when you really collect these totems and stuff. Now, these totems, though, I do gotta admit, the totems, this is probably one of the other best parts of the game. There are 5 different totems, types of totems. Death totem, lost totem, fortune totem, guidance totem, and danger totem. Pick any of these up, and you'll see a glimpse on something that could possibly happen. Possibly. Now I know some of these happen either way. No matter if you pick them up or not. Like there's only like a few of these that happens no matter what you do. But like there's only like a few of them. But the majority of them do show you a possible future, like death or like a future like what's gonna happen and stuff, like, and you're kind of interested in like what's gonna lead up to that, if this is possibly gonna happen. And again, during your first experience, you're like, oh my god, how's this gonna happen? What's gonna lead up to that, bruh? You're really wondering and sitting on the edge of your seat. It's like watching an actual TV show or an actual movie, because it does have like those previously on Until Dawn and stuff like that, you know. And if you collect all the totems in the game, it'll unlock like a backstory, the entirety of the backstory of this stranger that you do eventually meet up with in chapter 8, and you really recognize the backstory on like why the event of the prologue really happened, you know. So yeah, it's really interesting stuff, man. I freaking love Until Dawn. I do think it's one of the better interactive games, and this game came out at the same time as Life is Strange. And that kind of coincidental, you know? And the thing is, 2015 was a year where stories in video games were like, holy shit. You know? It's like you got Until Dawn, you got Life is Strange, you got The Witcher 3, you got freaking Metal Gear Solid 5. Like, you got, oh shit, I need to go back through 2015 games to remember what came out that year, because there were a lot of games though. But and sorry if it's getting a bit dark, sorry, but all I'm gonna say, Until Dawn, one of the best games on PlayStation 4, because your choices do matter to an extent, and I do hope there is a sequel coming. Like once Supermassive is done with their other projects, I do hope they do release an Until Dawn 2. They did say they aren't working on it yet, and I can understand why, because Until Dawn is one of their best sellers, and with Until Dawn Rush of Blood, which is a VR exclusive on PlayStation 4 only, that I heard that also sold well. It got great reviews as like one of the first VR experiences on PlayStation 4, which I was like, okay, fucking awesome. And they did say that they're not going to be including like any past characters or anything like that. Uh, just a whole new setting with brand new characters, and I do hope that they try to I don't know, like I wonder how that's gonna work though. But if they could, and I would fucking love this because I love throwbacks to a previous to the previous game or previous games. You know, I really love throwbacks. Um, you know, like or maybe like a cameo or some sort. You know, I love cameos. Now I know they said there aren't gonna be any returning characters, but if there's gonna be like a cameo of like a character that's gonna show up that was from a previous game, depending on who lived and who died, I would fucking love that. Like if you got it on PlayStation 4 and you can install like your choices and there'll be like hit there'll be like uh points where it'll mention something that happened in the previous game. When you transfer that data over, it's gonna be like teeny tiny points in the game where it'll mention that stuff if you go like here or there and this will happen or some shit. You know, I would love a throwback to the first game because I fucking love throwbacks. Like I think they do give some nostalgia to the previous game. Like, and if it's gonna be in the same universe as like an Outlast 2 with Outlast 1 though, again, you got to throw in some throwbacks to the first game. But if it's gonna be like a whole new setting, then we're possibly gonna be seeing another whole new monster or something, and hopefully we'll at least get some resemblance of other characters from the game. Like I really like to at least throw back on the first game because the first game was a fucking achievement, and I do hope they do a damn good job. And I do hope there's like a bigger cast. Like when it comes to a sequel, you should at least make a bigger cast. So I know that will possibly make the game a bit longer, so that's probably why it's probably going to take a long while to actually make the game. But sequels are always there for improvement on on the first game. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? But I cannot wait for the second game because they said they aren't working on it yet, which I'm like, yes. Cannot wait for the C sequel. I cannot wait when they actually get started on it and everything. But yeah, Until Dawn, one of my favorite games of all time. Now, despite it having it being limited, I fucking loved it, especially in my first playthrough. Like I will never forget me recording the first 4 episodes on the same night because I want to continue on fucking playing it and everything. It's just such an amazing game. I highly recommend checking it out if you got a PlayStation 4. It's one of the best story games you'll ever find, with choices that actually fucking matters. So if you want a game that definitely shows that your choices actually matter, with a really good story, with characters that you'll probably that you'll like and stuff, go and check out Until Dawn. It's one of the best games. And if you also like horror, there's a bunch of like blood and stuff here and there throughout the game. It definitely feels like a horror movie, and you can make it look like a cliche horror movie if you wanted, or you can just pick be smart and everything, and it will not be cliche. Like you can actually do that. So, but anyway, Until Dawn, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's one of my favorite games of all time, but I cannot really give it like the highest 10 out of 10 I can give it because again, it does feel limited. But every time I play it, I still enjoy myself playing through it. It's like going back through like a series I just finished, and I just want to rewatch it again. It's like one of those movies, Like as a kid, I used to always rewatch all the Star Wars movies because I freaking love them. I will rewatch them over and over and over because I still get enjoyment out of watching it overall. Same goes with Until Dawn every time I freaking play it, But Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the video if y'all enjoyed it, subscribe if y'all see more, and comment below what y'all think. And if y'all new to the channel, y'all want to see more, be sure to subscribe for more. And again, I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see y'all next time. Survivor out.